Tonight, the seniors get the spotlight.
Plus, the volleyball Big East roller coaster continues.
Thank you for joining us. Golden Eagle Sports Report starts right now.
Slam! Dunk! Oh, that's a poster.
Live from the Jeannie Hayes Virtual Studio at Marquette University, this is Golden Eagle Sports Report.
Marquette gets the rebound, and the champions have gone down.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Raquel Ruiz.
And I'm Sophie Hanrahan. The women's soccer team's off on a road trip.
Yes, it's a Big East road trip, and they start in Providence when they challenge the Friars on the field.
Raquel, I need you to calm down a bit because the Friars are quick to strike first just 12 minutes in, and the Friar attack doesn't end there.
Providence is relentless as they tally 2 more goals in less than 15 minutes.
Marquette heads to the locker room during halftime down 3-0.
The second half isn't as bad for Marquette.
But it doesn't mean it was a good half.
No, it does not, Sophie. The Friars find the back of the net again in the 68th minute.
And the Providence goal 2 minutes later is just the cherry on top of this disaster of a game.
Providence dominates, winning 5-0 over Marquette.
The road trip continues when the women's soccer team travels to Cincinnati to take on the number 19 ranked Xavier Musketeers.
Sophomore Mads Conrad Horgayan started the scoring early for Marquette with a goal in the 11th minute for his 5th of the season.
Edgewood finally has an opportunity to tie the match, and the Golden Eagles goaltender Martin Brink came up clutch with this save.
Edgewood goaltender Maverick Van Leyen with a big save for the Eagles. He had 11 saves on the night.
Antonio Costabile scores the insurance goal to give the Golden Eagles the win on senior night, 2-0, and to improve to 6-5-2 on the season.
Monday's game also marked senior night for men's soccer. MUTV assistant sports producer Nate Bradley describes the celebrations from the night.
I'm here at Valley Fields where tonight Marquette fans and families celebrated the men's soccer senior class of 2026.
While it was a dreary night at Valley Fields, the weather did not deter the celebrations for the families of the players and managers that made up this year's senior class. Head coach David Korn expressed his gratitude for the opportunity to oversee this senior class and the relationships on the team.
One of the guys had said it previously, Mitchell, one of our seniors, they want to play for each other and they want to continue to enjoy every moment they get together. And as a coach, we want them to have as many days like today where they get to celebrate and enjoy the match.
This senior class has shown resilience and exceeded camaraderie over their Marquette careers, and the night wasn't complete without a win to send them off. Senior midfielder Justin Milovanov reflected on the night and how his fellow players made the night celebratory.
I mean, yeah, it's good to create those moments to celebrate, like when you go back into the locker room and you're dancing and you're singing with your teammates, like that's why we play this game,
The men's soccer team returns to Big East competition this Saturday against DePaul at Valley Fields. Kickoff at 7 p.m. For Marquette Wire Sports, I'm Nate Bradley.
The men's golf team escaped the cold and embraced the heat when they traveled to Florida for the Quail Valley Collegiate Tournament.
The boys finished the tournament in 9th place out of 16 qualifying teams.
Leading the way for Marquette is first-year Misha Candinas, who finishes 24th overall.
The first-year golfer shoots a 5 under 67 on the final day, finishing with
senior Johan Woodall places 31st in the tournament after.
The team looks to bounce back next week when they travel to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the Clerico at Southern Hills Country Club. Marquette volleyball had a busy weekend with back-to-back Big East matches on Friday and Saturday.
Friday's match was a marathon, and Marquette and Xavier going shot for shot in a close 5 sets.
In the loss, Natalie Ring leads the way for the Golden Eagles with 19 kills on the night. On Saturday, the Golden Eagles looked to push past the loss. They didn't just actually push past the loss, they soared past the loss. Their 75-minute handling of the Butler Bulldogs in 3 sets give Marquette some new wind in their sails before their 4-game road trip. And for her weekend achievements, graduate middle blocker Hattie Bray was named to the Big East Honor Roll. Bray led the Big East with 1.75 blocks per set over the weekend's matches and added 20 kills on 293 hitting. What a fun weekend of volleyball.
Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment of Golden Eagle Sports Report, Weekly Awards. Starting with the Team of the Week, those honors go to women's volleyball, who had 2 matches which included a hard-fought loss 3-2 against Xavier on Friday, and then they turned around to beat Butler 3-0 at the Owl on Saturday. Moving on to our MVP of the week, where a familiar face answers the call. Natalie Ring had a big week with 31 kills and 21 digs as the Golden Eagles went 1-1 on the weekend. Finally, our rising star of the week is freshman standout golfer Misha Candinas. Candinas finishes 4 under par this week with a top 25 finish at the Quail Valley Collegiate Invitational. He put up 6 birdies and an eagle on his final round to help Marquette finish in the top 10. Coming up this week in Marquette sports. MU Volleyball starts their road trip in Washington, D.C. They have a date with the 11 and 10 Hoyas on Friday night. This will be the 30th meeting between MU and Georgetown, with Marquette owning a 25-4 series advantage. Last season, Marquette swept both matches against the Hoyas.
On Saturday, their weekend trip continues west of Philadelphia.
The Golden Eagles face off against the 15-4 Villanova Wildcats at 6 p.m. Central Time.
The Golden Eagles and the Wildcats have been on parallel paths in their Big East campaigns. Both have 6-2 Big East records, their losses coming from getting swept by Creighton and 5-set sweeps to Xavier.
Crazy coincidence. Saturday's game may reveal that Big East volleyball pecking order.
That is right. An hour after first serve, MU men's soccer hosts DePaul at Valley Fields.
Both DePaul and Marquette have struggled in Big East play, each going winless in 5 matches.
Well, someone has to win, right, Sophie?
Well, actually, they can tie.
Oh, well, I mean, whatever happens is gonna happen. But while in other soccer news, MU women's soccer visits Xavier in a Saturday Big East brawl. The Golden Eagles have a tall task in the Xavier Musketeers, who are nationally ranked and undefeated in Big East play.
With only 2 Big East matches remaining, Marquette is looking to secure the final berth in the conference tournament.
Though things are looking pretty grim for the Golden Eagles, especially after their 0-5 loss against Providence on Wednesday.
With their season on the line, the Saturday match begins at 5:30 p.m. Central Time in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Coming up next on Golden Eagle Sports Report, did we just witness the greatest game in any sport ever?
Plus, the college football madness is just beginning.
Stick around for all of that and more after this quick break.
Somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin.
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
What are you looking for?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No. Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
Hello and welcome to Studio 7 as we discuss everything happening in professional sports. I'm Ben Ward. Joining me on the panel tonight is Zach Pomainville and Matthew Perez. We have a lot to talk about, so let's just get started. We're going to be jumping in here. The World Series, guys, with the Blue Jays, Game 7 victory over the Mariners. The World Series officially set. Tomorrow, the Dodgers and Blue Jays face to decide who will be crowned MLB champs. With the Dodgers as heavy favorites, do the Jays stand a chance? Matt, I'm going to start with you.
Man, I'm so excited for this series. These are two amazing teams. You know, the Dodgers coming off a World Series win. A little underwhelming, I would say, for their standard in the regular season.
Yeah.
Blue Jays having an amazing season, first in the AL, coming off strong with this amazing playoff run, 7-game series with the Mariners. And the Mariners had an amazing pitching staff, and they were still able to handle that, come out with the win. The only thing is this Dodgers pitching staff is insane. Yamamoto, Glasnow, Snell, and even Shohei Ohtani. That four pitchers right there, that's going to be very difficult to beat.
Yeah.
I think this series is going to be good. I think it's going to go like 6 or 7 games. But the Dodgers are going to come out with this win. The Dodgers are just too good. Their offense is too good. They're more complete than the Blue Jays. And I think that this series, it's going to be amazing, but the Dodgers are going to come out with it.
I got to disagree. I mean, I think the Dodgers have a very good shot, and they're the favorites for a reason, right? What I would say though is this series looks like it's going to be a shootout. I mean, the Blue Jays have been unbelievable, especially in the playoffs, at scoring every single game and going crazy. I mean, they've had like multiple like double-digit scored games. I mean, they got 2 top 5 leaders in batting average in the playoffs, 2 top 5 in
but they're
playoff
missing
RBIs,
one of the key players,
hits, homers.
He's questionable right now.
Could
be he's a key piece for them. If they have him, they have a better shot, but we're not going to know until tomorrow.
I still think the Blue Jays have a great chance. I mean, Guerrero Jr. has been insane. I mean, he's been unbelievable for them. I mean, that's the thing. LA has got the greatest of all shots because they have Shohei Ohtani. And, of course, we're going to talk in our next segment how we probably had the greatest game of all time, right? But I think the thing is that, I mean, he's going to be pitching 1 game probably. Obviously he has been up and down in the playoffs. Before the Brewers series, his batting average was like, I think under 1.1.
And even right now, he's only batting like 225 right now. So like, it's not even that great.
Yeah, and that's based off a 3-homer game. I mean, that's right after the 3-homer game. So I think the thing is, Toronto's got a home field advantage too. They have the hitters in place. I mean, traditionally hitters hit better at home too.
Yeah. And the atmosphere in Rogers Center is insane.
Exactly. I mean, people in Toronto are going to be going crazy, and I expect the Blue Jays to match that energy.
Yeah.
Look, honestly, I played baseball when I was younger, okay? I remember when I was 8 years old, I played for the Blue Jays. Look at that. There's a picture right there. Look at that picture, guys. That is a picture of me. I was 8 years old pitching for the Toronto Blue Jays. And we won that championship that season in Little League. This team has a special place in my heart, and I can't go against my team. It's the Blue Jays, the Toronto Blue Jays. They're such a fun team to watch. I had the Blue Jays. Now, I do agree, Matt, 6-7 games, I really do think it's going to go to that. I have the Blue Jays in 6, though. I think they get it done. Home field advantage, I think, does play a part, to your point, Zach. So I have the Blue Jays. And like you said, Bichette is hurt, but it's Vlad. You got Max Scherzer back. What?
You really think they'll take care of the Dodgers in 6? I think
they
got any chance.
I think they take care of the Dodgers in 6. Did you see the picture? Did you see the picture?
But they have to go to 7.
They went into Philly and dominated them. I think they're going to be able to handle
the Blue Jays magic from Toronto. The Blue Jays magic from my 2015 season in Little League is what is going to take them to a World Series championship. All right, let's move on, guys. Great takes here. We're going to talk about Shohei Ohtani, though, putting up one of the performances of a lifetime against the Dodgers. 6 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts thrown, 2 hits allowed, and 3 home runs hit of his own. Guys, is this the greatest singular performance in baseball history? Zach, let's go with you first.
Look,
or even sports history. Let's talk about sports history too.
I mean, it probably is, right? It probably is. I mean, you can't really get much better than that. Complete player. He plays both positions, and he played them extremely well against the #1 seed. I mean, it was unbelievable, right? Yeah. I mean, there's obviously other sports we can talk about that kind of similarly could, I guess, compare. But I mean, that's the thing is like, it really comes nothing close. You know, I mean, that was kind of like his own Wilt 100-point game, right? But we actually got to watch this one. Yeah. So that was nice to see.
Yeah, but Will was playing against plumbers and mechanics coming off their 9-to-5 jobs. So
okay, but he's still at 100 points in an NBA game.
What?
Okay, but also it come to mind, right? I was thinking about Pele too in the '58 World Cup.
That's a great
hat trick. Yeah. I mean, won in the semifinals.
Yeah.
Got him to the World Cup. I mean, unbelievable. And then you got Magic too. I mean, he had 42, 15, and 7 in Game 6 in 1980 finals. He's a rookie. Kareem goes down in Game 5.
Magic Johnson. Are we serious? I mean, you could have had some better examples, but Magic Johnson,
he's a rookie. He was a
rookie.
Listen
here. Shohei Ohtani had the greatest performance of all time in all of baseball, in all sports, and I think the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This man had 3 homers. 3 homers to send his team to the World Series. Let alone that is amazing. And then he goes on the mound, throws 6 innings of shutout baseball against the best team in MLB with the best record, and that's just pure dominance. Like if you were compared to like the flu game with Michael Jordan, that's like him dropping 70 points, 10 steals, 10 blocks, 20 assists, 20 blocks. Like no one's putting up that type of stat in baseball.
Hold on.
Nobody's putting up Wilt numbers ever again. I'll tell you that now.
Hold on. Let me take you back to a day, May 31st, 2012.
Oh, here we go.
All right, Eastern Conference Finals, Game 6. Honestly, LeBron's kind of legacy game. This dude hasn't won a ring yet. There's skepticism about his career. He's in Boston against the Celtics. Game 6, they're facing elimination to force a Game 7. And this dude puts up 45 points, 30 in the first half, by the way. If you go back and watch highlights of this game, I have never seen a crowd just like the hearts of all these fans get ripped out like I did in that game.
Yeah.
Like, so much is at stake. I'm sorry. That was one of the stakes, look, in Game 4, you were up 3-0. The Dodgers were up 3-0. Like, it's not, this is a stake.
But you're sending your team.
Exactly.
LeBron's performance.
At that point, like, the Brewers were
fans.
done. They knew they were losing that series. I mean, you can't come back from 3-0. Down 3-0. I mean,
the Red Sox did it in 2004 against the Yankees, so you can never say never.
I guess you can never say never. But
and they went on a 20-game win streak during the regular season, so the Brewers can get hot at any moment. But it was in LA, so it is kind of hard to,
you can't get hot if you lose 3 straight games to a team that you are clearly superior to you.
Exactly.
I mean, the Dodgers were going to win that game whether Shohei had 1 home run or 2 or 0. I mean, I
still doesn't take away from the greatness of.
No, it was great, and he propelled them forward, and that's why they look so much like a dominant team right now.
All right, so week 8 of college football, guys. A lot of upsets here. There was 4 upsets inside of the top 10. Which upset will become the most impactful as the college football playoff gets closer? Matt, we're going to start with you.
I think when it comes to college football playoffs, for their chances, I think it has to be LSU. And, it may not be on the graphic, but you have to look at
was favored.
It's a great pick.
But LSU was in the top 10. I thought they should have been favorited. They dropped all the way to 20. Their chances at the playoffs are diminishing every single game. Yeah. And they're going to go against the Texas A&M, who is number 3 in the nation right now. It's going to be an uphill battle from here. Brian Kelly, he's in the hot seat right now. His team was ranked number 9 in the AP poll to start the season, and right now their team might not even make the playoffs. And they didn't even make it last year. So I think this is going to be rough for LSU. This
Brian
really
Kelly
hurt their
in the hot
chances.
seat.
Yes, he is.
That's a little much. That's a little much.
Before you start, Zach.
But it's LSU.
He's playing in the SEC.
Brian Kelly's on the hottest seat.
It is.
Probably the second hottest seed in college football right now, in my opinion. I just think so.
But there's some other quarterbacks like Ty Simpson, who's leading his team on a 4-game win streak in the SEC against some really tough teams like Georgia, Mizzou. He dominated Vanderbilt.
Yes, I mean, they're playing unbelievable. I mean, there's no taking away that Alabama is playing unbelievable now, right? But they lost 1 game, and the coach was about to get fired, right? Yeah. And that's kind of how
I think that was overstatement when they were trying to fire him after 1 game.
No, but there was Alabama fans saying on local Alabama stations that they were going to put the lottery money that they won into the team so they would fire him. Yeah. I mean, Alabama hated that coach after that loss.
Yeah. Well, who's your upset?
Who's my upset?
Who's your upset?
My biggest upset for me was Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Miami lose.
Okay.
They're number 2 team in the nation, right? I mean, they played Louisville, who was unranked. Probably the best. I think the coach said before the game it was the best defense they were going to play all year or the rest of the year, and they just crumbled. I mean, that's the thing is Miami was allowed 2.6 yards of rush, so they had to throw the ball a million times. And Carson Beck went back to Carson Beck went back to like Pee Wee football.
Vintage Carson Beck.
I don't know about that. 4 picks was
outlandish.
No, it was outlandish.
That
shouldn't have happened. There. I mean, he got forced into a situation where he's throwing the ball constantly because they can't rush the ball. I mean, and Louisville almost gave them back the game because they threw a pick and then they fumbled immediately. I mean, so I think it's Miami. I think Miami can come back, but that's a scary sign.
But I think for like college football, like probability, I think they're still comfortable. I feel like they can still win the ACC championship. I feel like Carson Beck will.
They're like 9th right now,
but they're still like in high contention to make the college football playoffs. I think they're going to be fine. But LSU, their chances are
honestly,
almost
it might
done.
come down to them.
Almost done.
But I think it might come down to between them and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
In the championship.
I love your point about Brian Kelly on the hot seat, and he needed this win badly. But I don't see that as an upset, though. I think Vanderbilt, they were favored, and Diego Pavia is playing such a high level. And
Wasn't it in Vanderbilt too?
It was at Vanderbilt. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's a tough environment, but it's home field. It's home field in college football.
And
they're
a top 25 team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think as an upset, you can't really consider it an upset. And yeah, I agree with you, Zach. I think Miami definitely was the biggest one of the week. Carson Beck throwing 4 interceptions. Vintage Carson Beck was shown there. But yeah, I mean Miami. Yeah, you can't lose to unranked teams, especially
after
in the
fumbling
ACC.
to Cavender.
You can say he lost his Heisman chance.
I will say
you can't say he's like horrible.
Yeah, no, but I will say that Louisville's pretty good.
Yo, they are good. They're a great
Louisville
team.
is pretty good. So you might not later in the season. We might see Louisville sneaking in the playoffs. You never know because the ACC is wide open. So
that good teams.
That Miami game could not even beat
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech might get in for real.
Dude, they're impressive this season. Very impressive.
They're my ACC pick for sure. Great conversations though to start off, guys. Coming up next though, who's running away with the MVP? Plus, what's making Miami sink this season? Stick around and find out after this quick break.
Oh, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born, and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Hello and welcome back to Studio 7 once again. Joining me again is Zach Pomainville and Matthew Perez. Come on, let's go, guys. All right, let's do this. As we enter the later half of the college football season, the Heisman contenders are starting to show. Now, one favorite is Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza, who has had an exceptional season for the Hoosiers. Is the Heisman for his taking, or is the race still closer than we think? Zach, how do we feel about this?
He's had a great year. I mean, it's hard to see why he's not like one of the favorites right now.
Yeah.
I gotta say it's Julian Sand though. I mean, he's been unbelievable in his first year starting. I mean, he's 4th in QBR. He's got an 80% completion percentage. I mean, his team is averaging like, I think they're 3rd in the Big Ten right now in points.
Let me stop you right here for a second. Who is Ohio State played?
Nobody.
Okay.
But
all right, cool. No, that's cool. That's cool.
They did go into Washington and beat them, which is one of the hardest feats that in college football, actually. They went to Illinois and beat them there, too.
They played decent
they beat
defenses.
Texas at home. So, like, at that
they
time,
played
decent
defenses, and they've secured
Okay,
it.
Texas fell off a little bit. But at the time, that is a...
Okay, but my main point is Julian Sand, most consistent quarterback right now. He's got an 80% completion percentage.
No.
80%. Who else has 80% completion percentage?
Let me put you on. I already talked about this. Ty Simpson is going to be Heisman, and you can't change my mind about that. This man is on a tear. Like I talked about, his 4-game win streak against the SEC, he beat Vanderbilt. He won at Georgia. That is a very difficult feat, and they're the number 5 right now. He won at Mizzou.
And he saved his coach's job.
Yes, he did. And he beat Tennessee. Like, he's on a roll right now. His stats, he's so consistently good every single game. I think he's thrown 2 in, like, the past 6 games. The FSU game, that was a fluke. I don't care. It was a little rough.
Choice. That's a great choice.
But ever since then, he has been the best quarterback in college football playoffs. He's been so consistent. He's been defeating hard SEC teams.
Yeah.
And I love what Ty Simpson and Alabama are doing right now.
Yeah.
And they can have a deep run in the college football.
Look, this is where I'm going to disagree with you, right? It's the eye test, right? When I watch Ty Simpson, I am not interested.
Really?
Okay.
Really? Oh,
I watch I see his stats, and
What?
I am like, wow, I cannot believe his stats are that way.
What?
Why I say Julian Sayin is because of his accuracy, the way he's able to go around the pocket, get out his receivers open, give time.
Are we basing this off of how they look playing or their stats? That's honestly a question. That might be a question for interpretation.
The
here.
fact that you can throw the ball and get 80% completion.
Let's say this. Hold on. Let's say this. What is like? Does that play into? Okay, let's say you're a Heisman voter, and you're watching tape on these players. Like, what goes into account mostly? I'm curious to see what y'all is taking. What goes into account more? You're looking more at stats, the numbers, or just how they look playing? Or
No, what I'm saying is that Ty Simpson's stats are unbelievable right now.
Okay.
Right? But I don't think the eye test shows that he is. I mean, I think that he is able to get out of the pocket. He is not very fast.
So you're saying this matters more in Heisman voting, though, is what I'm saying. Like, what matters
the eye
most?
test? Yes, I think
You
it
think
is.
the eye test matters more?
No.
Travis
You're
Hunter
saying no?
had half the amount of touchdowns last year as Ashton Jenny, but he played both ways. The amount of tape he put on was twice as much as
Jenny was
robbed.
robbed. I agree. First of all, Jenny was robbed. Absolutely.
He was robbed.
Oh
He was
my
robbed.
God. Don't
I mean,
get me
but,
started. I'm gonna
but what I'm
crash
saying
out
is, if I'm a
hear
Heisman voter,
about
I
that.
voted for Travis Hunter because of the eye test.
Okay.
No.
Not because of the stats.
Matt, you think it's stats? You think it's
stats
numbers?
are huge. When I talk about stats, I think about Lamar and Josh Allen. That was awful.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson should have won. But that's beside this point.
Yeah.
Ty Simpson, his stats are unbelievable. Even when you watch the games, I've had enough talking about his tough.
When you
opponent,
got 2 MVPs.
but he's doing amazing against these. He's dropping back in the pocket, finding great receivers, and leading drives against very difficult defenses. All these teams in the SEC are ranked right now that he's played, and he's finding ways to win. Whether it's on the ground where he has 2 rushing touchdowns, he doesn't rush that much, but he has 18 passing touchdowns and almost 2,000 yards already.
Yeah.
He's 12th in QBR.
So that's interesting. We 2 totally sides of the spectrum of stats and eye tests. I've never really heard this. Like, that's an interesting conversation to have. Honestly, I think it's both. I think both play into the fact of voting Heisman and whatnot of who has it. So that's why my pick is Fernando Mendoza, ladies and gentlemen. He passes the eye test and the stats. And we're talking about 1,047 yards this season, 12 touchdowns, 7-0 record, 21 TDs on the whole season and 2 interceptions. That is crazy. Number 2 team in the nation. He has completely reignited that Indiana program. But let's move on. Great discussions there. Now, something fishy is going on in Miami as the Dolphins they just dropped to 1-6 to start the year after a brutal loss to the Cleveland Browns. Tua Tagovailoa has looked rough, and the team has just absolutely no heart. So, what needs to change in South Florida? Matt, take it away.
Man, what isn't there to change in Miami? Everything is just awful with them. Their offense is awful. They're one of the worst offenses in the league. Tua, just get him out. Just go home, go to retirement home, get some help. He just needs to get off the field. He's below average in every stat. 11 touchdowns to 10 interceptions.
He has 10 picks.
Yeah, and he has 3 last against the Browns.
And we just talked about Geno Smith last
Tua
time.
turned the ball
and
over.
I brought up his stats,
crazy.
and it has gotten significantly worse with Tua.
They just need to change everything. They need to get rid of Mac McDaniel. They need to get rid of their mascot. Their mascot is on my nerves. They need to get rid of the franchise. Just change everything with Miami right now. There's just nothing good.
That's some strong opinions.
Just nothing good.
I know Adrian is going to be very upset at you.
Yeah, but I'm just speaking the truth.
Yeah,
sorry, Adrian. Sorry.
No,
Adrian.
let me throw some stats in there too. They're 25th in points scored, 29th in points allowed, 29th in third downs allowed, last in fourth downs allowed, 28th in giveaways per game, 31st in time of possession.
Wow.
So they give the ball away, they let the other team play offense, and then their defense, which is lackluster and horrible.
Yeah.
And they have bad coaching.
Wow.
I mean,
I said,
there's no
nothing good
recipe
about
for this
Miami
team
right
to win.
now.
I'm surprised they have a win.
Except
and it's against the New York Jets.
One good thing about that team
who don't have a win. The one team who doesn't have a win.
Devon Achane is doing amazing for my fantasy team.
Yes,
so that's the only good thing about going for Miami.
Yes. I mean, they are going to have a lot of players that they're going to get a lot of draft picks this year.
Yeah,
that's
for sure. Honestly, I agree with you guys. I mean, Miami's it's bad. It's really bad. And in my opinion, I think the biggest thing is leadership. If you want to win in the NFL, you have to have leadership at the head coach position. And Mike McDaniel, if you watch him in interviews, there's just no leadership qualities that he has that you think after a win, even after a loss, you walk into the locker room and he's going to give a pump-up speech or a hype-up or try to make the team feel good after a loss. It just is not there. And
the body language, too.
And body language, exactly. It's just not a leader.
Tua off the bench after his third interception.
Yes,
like, you can't have that.
You can't have that. And like I said, it's all leadership. Leadership qualities. Players need to look up to their head coach. They need to look up to their leader, and they want to be able to play for them. You want to play for your head coach. You want to win for your head coach. Hence, Dan Campbell and why he went to the Lions. I love that.
And he also believed in Jared Goff.
Exactly.
And he turned the
Mike McDaniel does not believe in Tua.
All right. Thank you guys so much for the discussion. It was great. We're out of time, though. Tune in next week for all of our coverage of Marquette sports and more. For Raquel Ruiz and Sophie Hanrahan, good night, Marquette.